Hello, my name is Alexandria Page, and I'm a writer for Mental Illness in the Family at HealthyPlace.com. And today I'd like to talk a little bit about different coping mechanisms. Now, coping mechanisms are some things that individuals use to get them through times of stress or very difficult situations. And it's very common for people to have all different kinds of coping mechanisms. Since everybody has an individual coping mechanism, it's quite common that they are very different from one another. So it could look like utilizing video games, escaping through TV shows, or getting right to the bottom of what you need to get to. So if filling out paperwork is what's causing you stress, then maybe your coping mechanism is just finishing the paperwork, right? And so what I really wanted to discuss today is just actually opening up discussions about coping mechanisms, because it seems like a lot of people are starting to discuss having anxiety and having depression, and it seems like maybe that people aren't discussing having these coping mechanisms, even though if we start discussing how we deal with our anxiety and our depressions, we can really start to understand each other a little bit better. Because sometimes it can seem like when we're using our coping mechanism, we're pushing our anxieties and our depression away, and we're being irresponsible, but in reality, we're just trying to keep a grasp on what we can and can't handle. So I would like to illustrate two different types of coping mechanisms that people use, and that is, the first type is emotional related coping mechanisms, and that is usually related to escapism. So that is playing video games or watching TV. And I tell you what, I like to use the TV coping mechanism because it makes me feel safe, the things that are stressing me out are over there and I'm over here. And it also, it's a sense of familiarity with TV tropes and characters that I understand. And so it can seem like I'm pushing off my responsibilities by watching these TV shows, but really I'm just trying to reduce the stress that I have so that I can get back to what I need to be getting to after I calm down a little bit. And then the second type of coping mechanisms is solution focused, and that is where if we do have something that's stressing us out, like paperwork that needs to be done or a conversation that we need to have, let's say we're about to put in our 2 weeks at work, and we're super stressed out about it, we have anxiety and we don't want to do it. Well, one thing that we could do for solution-based is just type out that email, send it in, say, I'm sorry, but this is my 2 weeks, I'm not going to keep working here, and then you don't have to be stressed about it anymore. It's done. And so acknowledging that there are those two different types and that they serve semi-different functions is very important, because it can look like we're going about handling our stress or depression in different ways, and it might seem like we don't want to respect both of them, because if we're more solution-based, we might look down on the emotion-based, and if we're emotion-based, we might not understand how we can become solution-based. But it's just really important to acknowledge that other people have different types of coping mechanisms, and that it's okay. We just need to understand where somebody's coming from, understand why they need what they need, and just learn how to support and accept one another when we're going through these rough times. So, what are your guys' coping mechanisms? You guys can write them down in the comments below. Thank you for listening, and have a great day.